What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 16 of 200, prepping for my very last show, bringing you guys along. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. I'm excited to have you guys with us. If you're not sure what's going on because you're new to the channel, my name is Mike. I'm 30 years old. I am doing my very last bodybuilding show at the very end of the year to show you guys basically the dark side of bodybuilding, but we're going to take the lessons that I can use in my own bodybuilding prep and then apply them to you guys so that you can get in shape without having the stage as a goal. And this is the cool part. I'm going to stay in shape as long as possible after the show, and I'm going to show you guys how I do it, and we're all going to do it together, and it's going to be really cool, and I'm really excited about it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome in. That's what we're doing. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, head over there, hit the follow, because I do stories all day, kind of like this. Today is a little bit different because, so I did legs yesterday and we were just like, listen, this leg day is like 4 big supersets and it usually takes honestly like 3 hours. Yesterday, we did not have 3 hours. We had to do a time crunch. So that's the video you guys are about to see. I'm going to do a voiceover. The whole reason for this is obviously, guys, you know, unfortunately, I know it's not the best, right? But I'm putting out content every single day, and so sometimes I have to just go with what I can. I didn't have enough time to like vlog and talk about things and do it, especially on leg day because I can't even breathe. But it was a really intense workout. It was a really good one. There's lots of good lessons that I'm going to teach you guys in this one. So please enjoy it, and we will get that started right now. All right, guys, you know the deal. We're back with another voiceover for you boys. So this is the lying hamstring curl with a dumbbell. I'm not sure if you guys had seen this yet. I'm on my last video, but it's just good. It's just good to mix up the stimulus. Just a little something different. We were doing it on the bench that's over there, the red and black one. This one was really tough because I think about 30 to 40% of my quads, my legs, were actually on the bench. So it made it a little extra hard. If you guys are ever curious, like, give this a shot. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and talk a lot about it, but give it a shot. Let me know what you think, because I know people are already thinking, oh, this and that. I don't know if that works. You can't load it like a hamstring. Just try it. We won't even debate it. Just try it. You can tell I had a lot of fun there. And then we were supersetting with kind of like a goblet squat. You want to keep your chest upright, even more upright than I was. So it's actually a funny story. I don't even know if... There I go with my watch again, just zooming out. But I don't know if I even said this. So the night before this workout, I slept like a figure 4. Like I had one leg under the other, like in a 4. And I woke up and my knee was absolutely killing me. So this workout was kind of tough until I got warmed up, just like on my knee, because don't sleep like that. But so back there though, just so you guys know, we did 20, 18, 16 on the lying hamstring curls. And then on the like goblet squats, if you want to call them that, we did 12, 12, 12. So if you guys want to try that, that's exactly what we did. We moved on. This is a straight leg deadlift. So the goal here is you want to keep your legs straight and you just want to bend your torso down. That's all you want to do. If you're like this, you just want to boom, you just want to fold over. But if you look at my upper back, you want to keep that really, really tight, guys, because that is what keeps you safe. Is having your scapulas together. And I have a hard time doing it, but it is going to keep you very safe if you can do it, if you can focus it. We were doing sets of 8 here, and we were supersetting with a lying hamstring curl. This is our last set, so this is our 3rd set. We were doing 8 reps on the straight leg with a belt squat, and then we were doing lying hamstring curls. We were doing 12. Now, the set before, I unfortunately didn't get. That's when I went heavy. I was going to go heavier here. And you'll see as soon as I lay down, I try to go. But you can almost see it on my left leg. If you look at the upper thigh there, right below my shorts. We'll wait and see if I do it. I can't remember exactly. But I know I tested it and I felt something there on my left leg. And you can tell right there, I'm like, I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. And with it being the last set, I tried a couple. And then I was like I was trying to get it to go. But I know that feeling. That's not a good feeling. So I went down a little and I was like, let me see if this, yeah, you can see. I used 20 pounds because I just wanted to get something just to see how it felt. Obviously, this is not an intense set. It doesn't even really count. But it's just one of those things where at that point, I just wanted to feel like what's going on back there, but not use really any weight because I didn't want to get hurt. I'd had it before in the past where like my hamstrings get like a slight tear and it just sucks and I have to stop training for a bit, like on hamstrings. And then it hurts on my deadlifts and everything else. So I just would rather last set, if I'm feeling something crazy like that, I just kind of tone it back. And that's just experience, because there's a huge difference, guys, between calling it short when you shouldn't and knowing when an injury's on the horizon. So basically, essentially, like if your muscle's feeling really tight, like if it feels like this and you just feel like, man, if I keep pushing this, it's going to snap, maybe just don't. But if it's a soreness, then you got to man up and you got to do it. So then from there, we go into this. This is a triple set. We're going to do leg press. We do 15, or I think we do 15, and then we do 10 hack squat. And you can tell I don't memorize the workouts because they're written down. I just look, and I always write. It's funny because I write them down, and everyone always asks me, "Hey, Mike, what are the reps?" Because none of us try to memorize it. We just try to put all of our energy and focus into the movement. And so we did 15 there. Then we go across, and we do 10 on the hack squat right here, and then we do another 15 each leg on the leg extension, which is a David leg extension. You'll see that. And so here, I am more focused on my foot positioning and all right, so I was talking about my foot positioning there, just trying to make sure, because like I had said before that, I was having some knee pain on my right knee, which is where my quad ended up tearing. So I just really try to pay attention to how my foot positioning is. And you can see Josh is trying to help me out there as well, just to make sure everything goes smooth. Excuse me. I'd cut that out, but I filmed this 85 times, so it's staying in. Here's the leg extension. We're just do single leg, 15 reps each. And the reason I'm keeping my leg up like that, guys, is so that I can keep my hips square. You don't want to turn your hips and then do single leg, because it's not mechanically going to be good for you. But it's also, like, honestly, it can also be a little bit dangerous. So, just a little small thing there. But as you do something like that, you just got to keep it in mind. Not every leg extension is very, not doable. Here we go. Is it recording or not? Awesome. Every leg extension is a little bit different. So like this one, you can fit in like that. Others, you can't. But basically, I don't know if, I'm sorry, this is all over the place. I don't know if I already said this or not. But basically, we did 2 big supersets of hamstrings. We did one superset and another superset. And then we did a triple set of quads. Next week, we're just going to switch that. We're going to do a triple set of quad, or 2 big supersets of quads to start the workout. And then we're going to do like a triple set of hamstrings. Because when we do 2 big giant supersets of hamstrings and quads, it takes 3 hours. And I'm so spent by the time hamstrings are done, I can barely even do quads. This is what we do for calves. This is where we yap. But essentially, I just do 3 plates, 20 reps, 3 or 4 sets. And then I alternate these with my standing calf raises. If you guys had seen my other videos, I had showed you guys those as well. And that is going to wrap it up, guys. Okay, this is just a short clip before the outro. I am so sorry, guys, if you notice I have a different shirt on. I have literally filmed this video, different segments of it, probably almost up to 10 times. Whether my camera decided to zoom in randomly, whether my phone decided to shut off, whether my camera decided to the app would just not open. Like, I have hit so many roadblocks with this, so much to the point where, like, I'll just be completely honest with you guys. After filming one of these segments 4 times in a row last night and realizing none of the clips were usable, I just shut it down. That's why I'm finishing it this morning, because it was getting to me so much. I was like, if I don't turn this off, I'm gonna break my computer. So anyways, guys, I'm sorry that was sloppy. This is real life. I just, I think actually it's kind of good to show you guys. I'm human. I'm learning. Lots of malfunctions, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to keep pushing. Here's the outro. For anyone that's new, I'm doing a show to basically prove that what you're wanting most likely can be achieved just through the act of bodybuilding. Like just through building your body, discipline, consistency, working hard, but you don't have to get on stage. You don't gotta like do prep. You don't gotta do drugs. You don't gotta do, all these diuretic. Like you don't have to do any of that. That's my whole point. And because essentially what I was saying is that, when I was growing up in fitness, essentially, because I started when I was 17, I had only known guys that looked the way I wanted to. Like, the only guys that I saw that looked like that were bodybuilders, right? Competitive bodybuilders, guys that actually competed. And so I just thought, oh, if I want to look like this, I got to do that. And then I kind of like lost my way because really all I wanted to do was I wanted to get big because I had my own insecurities, but I also wanted to be able to help other people and show them how to get big too. And then the competitive side took over me and I just wanted to win and stomp some heads. And then I realized, man, kind of got off track. So the point of doing the last prep is really to show you guys, highlight the dark sides of bodybuilding so you can know what you're getting into or what you're avoiding, hopefully, because you hopefully don't go that route. So hopefully you see what you're avoiding, but then also I want to go through it because the truth is, guys, there's a lot of good stuff that I learned throughout prep and I learned bodybuilding as far as competing that can be applied to like normal everyday people so that you guys can look sick too. Like you guys can have 8% body fat and walk around looking jacked and tan, like without the stage. And I can show people how to do that. It's literally not hard, but I wanted to show this process and teach the lessons while I'm going through prep in real time so that you guys can see me go through it and it makes sense and it resonates and it actually is something that you guys remember forever and ever. And I think that'll be really cool to have you on the journey. And then the coolest part, guys, is while I'm getting in shape and giving you guys these lessons, once I hit show day, I don't care if I go pro, win the whole show, don't win anything, I don't care. After that, then I'm just going to stay in shape. I'm going to maintain that shape. I'm going to come out of like show shape and I'll be like 8 to 10% body fat. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that and maintain it. So it's kind of like we're all on this journey together. And it's just like, I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And so that's why I'm like, this is my last show. That's why you see me kind of, I'll talk a little bit bad about bodybuilding, but there's nuance, right? Do I really hate competitive bodybuilding? No, guys. Like, do I think, though, that it does destroy people's lives? Yeah, I think it can. I've literally seen it firsthand. I've seen a lot of amateurs overextend to try to be good pros and end up killing themselves or ruining family or relationships. And if they would have just really like looked at their physique, they could have said, "Oh, like I won't make it." Because something that I explained in the last clip that I thought was actually good that I want you guys to hear is. It's kind of like there's just no safety net in bodybuilding. Essentially, everybody can lift weights, right? And this will make sense. I'm gonna loop it around. Everybody can lift weights in bodybuilding. So let's just say competitive bodybuilders make up 1% of the population, right? So 1% of people bodybuild competitively. All right, now out of those 1% of bodybuilders that compete competitively, let's just say probably 40% are professional bodybuilders, right? And I only say that because there's very different tiers as far as bodybuilders. And secondly, just keep in mind, the judges are subjective, right? It's literally 10 people's opinion of who has the best physique. That's the criteria. Like, so, that's already kind of tough because even in gymnastics, it's like, okay, did they do this? How did they land? How did they look? Were they in control? Were they out of control? Like there's very easy black and white. We don't have that. So that's a huge problem. And then let's just say of the 1% of people that bodybuild competitively, 40% are pros. Of the 40% that are pros, 1% are actually good, can make a living and have a career. So you're talking about, I don't even know the math there. But if you did 1% times 40% times 1%, it would probably be 0.0000001%. I have no idea. 1 times 4 it would be 0.04, I think. 0.04 times 0.1 would be like 0.0004, I think. Someone check my math. That's 4 out of 1,000 bodybuilders is the best. 4 out of 1,000 bodybuilders. And I'm only saying that because here's where the difference is. If you want to go to the NFL, you work backwards, right? You can either walk on, which is crazy. And if you do that, you're obviously elite. Number 2 is you go through the system. So they have like basically 2 or 3 fail safes, right? If you're sucking ass in high school football, you're not going to go to college and play football. So that saves you. And honestly, it seems harsh, but it saves those people from wasting their lives trying to get to the NFL and then they can't. So that's good. Then in college, now if you play college ball, like mad respect, like that's awesome. But if you're not good enough, you will not get drafted. And that's another kind of catch where it's like, hey, you didn't cut it in college, you didn't stand out, you probably shouldn't go to the NFL. And they won't even let you. So they actually stop you from it. Whereas bodybuilding, it's like, as long as you get that little cart in your hand, you do whatever the hell you want. You can do every show, you can do no shows, and you can literally place outside the top 10 for your entire career, blow out your kidneys and liver with drugs, and look like a leatherback no name. And then you literally sacrificed everything you had for quite literally nothing, except a physique. And so I'm just like, guys, I can get you the physique. You can get the physique without getting on stage and doing all that. Let me be the high school, the college. Let me be the fail-safe. And honestly, like I said, they're judging subjectively. So let's just forget it. I mean, if you want to compete competitively, then that's your thing. And I thought I wanted to. That's why I'm just trying to tell people that are kind of on the fence what it's really like. It's kind of like if you're not 1% of the 40% of pros, of the 1%, not even trying to be rude, you're probably wasting your time. You know what I mean? So maybe it'd be better spending your time balancing something like, crushing it with your career, being the man of the house, and also being in shape. Because that's one thing that's amazing about bodybuilding, guys. And I love it. That's why I'm saying, I love the consistency. I love the discipline. I love what bodybuilding does. But I don't love the stage. Nothing I love is on stage. I don't like posing. I don't care about the tan. I don't like being judged. I just want to know if I'm better than the other guys on stage. I don't want to do posing rounds, and I don't want to make a posing routine. Sorry if people like it. I don't fucking like it at all. I could give a shit less. I'll put some music on. I'll hit some poses. Who's bigger? That's what I care about. And I know some people think it's an art, and that's cool. If you like it, dive into it. Eat your heart out. But it's not for me, and I just want people to know why it's no longer for me. Because if you actually knew me personally, you would know that I was the guy that was a machine. If it wasn't bodybuilding, I did not do it. And so it's like, why the crazy switch? This is why. So I just want to show you guys that, take you along the journey. It's going to be super exciting, so much fun. I'm so glad to have you guys. Please subscribe if you're not already. If you have a friend that could use this information or would like this channel, please let them know about it. Follow me on Instagram so that you can get all my story updates because I'm dropping knowledge all the time, short little knowledge bursts there. And I will see you guys in the next one.